The historic Wartburg castle in Thüringen attracts some 450,000 visitors a year from all over the world. Henrikje Durbert, our castle guide, knows its every stone. Her tour begins at the grave of the castle's founder and of the man commissioned to build the medieval complex.
At some point they decided these royal grounds needed a royal residence, and so they built this castle, which we are now going to view together.
The Wartbug dates back to the mid-12th century. It has 200 masterfully carved capitals in 3 stories. German history has been made here for 900 years. Visitors don't only come to see the impressive building. The Wartburg is associated with some great names. Martin Luther spent nearly 1 year here, and Johann Wolfgang von Goethe was here several times. At the beginning of the 13th century, the castle was a center of European court culture, in particular poetry. According to the famous saga, a competition among troubadours was held in this hall. The episode is captured in a fresco from the 19th century. Richard Wagner made the legend famous in the minstrels contest in his opera Tannhäuser. Henrikje takes visitors through the castle and provides as much information as a history book. Especially noteworthy, the paintings of Elizabeth of Thüringen. She lived in the Wartburg in the 13th century. Her deeds are illustrated in this gallery. She fed the hungry and thirsty and founded hospices for the poor.
She was tremendously admired by the poor and ill. A wave of veneration went across all of Central Europe, and many thousands of pilgrims sought her aid.
Elizabeth died at the age of just 24 and was soon canonized as a saint. This corridor leads to the most frequently visited room in German history. The religious reformer Martin Luther sought refuge from persecution here between 1521 and 1522. This room is often called the birthplace of Protestantism. In just 10 weeks, Luther translated the entire New Testament from the original Greek into German in this room. He is said to have defied the devil himself here.
He sat here working and thought he made out a devil in the shadow. He threw an inkpot at him to drive him away.
No sign of that ink stain remains. It's said that pilgrims scratched it off for souvenirs centuries ago. The banquet hall dates back to the Middle Ages, though the decor is 19th century. That was the time when the call to unify the fragmented German nation grew ever louder.
In 1817, 500 German students, so-called Burschenschaftler or fraternities, met here to demonstrate for a united Germany. At that time, it was split into many principalities. This was Germany's first gathering to express the will for democracy.
The view of the Thüringer forest below the Wartburg hasn't changed in centuries.
Here we stand at the same spot where Luther stood 500 years ago, and where Goethe stood almost 200 years ago. And we have the same view of the Thüringer forest.